Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a 3-year update on my Chanel card holder. What I like about it, what I don't, should you get it, is it worth the money? But the most important question of all, is lambskin as scary as it seems, as you've heard? So I can't believe I've had this already for 3 years. I actually got this as a gift from my little sister, sweet girl, from the Chanel boutique in Yorkdale Mall on July 11th, 2019. And the cost then was 425 Canadian dollars. So with tax, it was $480. So it's been a long time. So I wanted to speak about what I've really enjoyed about this and what are the cons of this. So I have this in the black in lambskin with gold hardware. I am a gold hardware girl until the day I die. Love it. So it has one slit at the front here. So like your most used cards can go here. And then it has 2 slots at the back. 1, 2. And then in the center, it just has like the main compartment for your cards. And it just exposes my favorite color ever. This lovely oxblood color. Just looks so good, especially contrasting with the black. Love that detail with Chanel. I just think it's so beautiful. And with all of the cards out, which I usually don't take all the cards out of my wallet, it is so buttery soft. Like it just feels so great. I love it so much. And that's what I love about lambskin, is that it just over time gets better. And I don't believe, you know, everyone has their own opinion, but I don't believe caviar just wears the same. I think that lambskin wears beautifully. I think that, so let's move in right into, right into the video. Let's jump in. I believe that lambskin just wears more beautifully. I think that if you have scratches, does it scratch? Yes, it does scratch, but you can just buff it out with the oils from your fingers, from your hands, just buff it out. And look, I've had this for 3 years. It's something that I wear on a day-to-day, and you can't see the scratches. You can't really see the scratches. It's not like very apparent. And then even the corners, you know, for something that I wear so often, I don't have multiple wallets. This is the only wallet that I use. The corners are still intact. It still looks great. It's definitely deflated. The puffs, the quilts have deflated, but I personally love that. I love that this deflated look. It just looks used, it looks loved, it looks worn. And that's what I love about luxury. You want to use it, don't just like have it just sitting around. I love that. And that's why I personally think when it's worn and used, and with lambskin, I think it looks better over time. With caviar, I think when it has the wear on the corners and just certain things, it looks a little cheap in my opinion. It doesn't look as luxurious. It doesn't look like this. This looks expensive. This looks expensive, but it does. So yeah, love lambskin. I just think don't be afraid of it. Even the gold hardware, you can see here, it definitely has a little bit of tarnishing, but not as much as you would expect, right? Let me bring it a little closer. And it's also to be expected because it's not solid gold, so it's going to happen. So I love how sleek the card holder is. Personally for me, I typically carry small bags, but even when I'm carrying big bags, I don't need my wallet taking up most of the space. I just don't need that happening. So I don't have tons of cards. I also don't really carry too much cash with me, but if you do have cash, if you do have coins, this is something to keep in mind. Is this the right option for you? When I have change, I have a little coin purse that I have my keys in, and that I'll also put my coins in. But when I have cash, it does kind of cause a bit of a problem. Not so much that it's going to bother me so much, but I will stuff it at the top, but it kind of just like pops out a little bit. But when I have cash, I know I'm going to use that cash that day. I don't just have cash just because, you know, just to keep it on me. So if that's not you, if you keep cash on you all the time, keep that in mind. Okay, how many cards does this fit? I know that some people put like 1 card in each slot, and then maybe in the main compartment they'll put a couple. I use this. So I try to get as many cards in as I can that I'm going to need, but without overstuffing. I don't want it to like be super overstuffed. I don't want to like spread it further than it needs to be. I want to keep it intact and just kind of keep its shape nicely so it will stay lovely as long as it can. I will keep 2 cards in my front compartment, and those will be my bank cards. Slip them in there. And then in my back compartment, the bottom one, I will typically have my driver's license and my health card just in this one here. So that slots in nicely. And then at the top, I will have my Presto. So that's how we travel around Toronto. And then I'll also have my Optimum card because I'm a shoppers girl. I love shoppers. I love collecting my points. And then inside the main compartment here, I have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 cards. So I have 7 cards here. So these are the cards that I know I'll need. But I think this is also, could be a con if you change out your cards often. I keep the same cards in all the time. Look, it's not overstuffed. It looks great. But if you do switch out your cards often, what could potentially happen is, now my debit card's just in there and it's used to having something else in there. So now this is just going to slip out. So if I have it in my bag, my debit card could slip out and that could also, like, I could lose it, right? Because the leather molds to the cards over time, you want to make sure that you kind of keep this set amount of cards in. So if I were to take a card out, I would definitely need to replace it, or else it's going to throw everything out of whack and then cards are going to be flipping and falling and slipping and sliding all over the place, and that's not what you want. So okay, do I regret my purchase or my gift, or am I still happy with it? And the answer is I love it. I love how sleek it is. I love how compact it is. I love how it just gives a little bit of, you know, just a little bit, but not too much. And you see that CC, you see it, you see the logo, but it's not overdoing it. It's not too much. It's classic, it's classy, and I love it. And I think just the lambskin just like aids in making it look just a little bit more elevated, a little bit more classic. So I do love it. I do think if I were to get another one, which I have no plans on doing that anytime soon, I am very happy with this, but I think I would do the card holder with the clasp, or that opens up. So I'll pop a picture up on screen just for you guys to see, but there's one that opens up so then you can see your cards a little bit better, so then you don't have to be like, you know, going in and like digging through, because that gets annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that gets a little bit tedious when I have to go to Sephora, for example, and I have to like, oh, just 1 second, let me get my card, and finally, that was at the front, so that was easy. But if it was like in the center, it would be tough to get it, so I will have to take everything out. So that's a little bit annoying, but obviously, you know it's gonna come with getting a card holder. You know that is going to happen. Also, I make sure that there's nothing in my handbag that's going to scratch this, so I don't keep loose change, or I don't keep loose keys in my handbag. I will not keep pens open or anything like that in my handbag. Everything is going to be soft in there. This is the update after 3 years. You see a little bit of scratching, but nothing to bother you at all. At least for me, it looks great. You see a little bit of tarnishing, but I think it's held up pretty well, and I still love it. I love the size. I love how buttery soft it is, and I'm still happy with it. So I hope this helped you if you're thinking about getting the Chanel Classic card holder in your collection, or if you're looking for something new. I hope this helped. And actually, I don't know if I mentioned, but I got this for 425 Canadian dollars, and now it's gone up to 525 Canadian dollars. So it's gone up $100 in 3 years. So Chanel does have their price increases, but with tax, the 525 is going to be around 600 Canadian. So you definitely feel it a little bit, but I think it would be such a great gift if for your birthday, for Christmas, maybe graduation, or even something you want to treat yourself. You can save up, or maybe just like ball out if you got it like that. But I just think it's such a special piece, and every time I have to grab my wallet, it just gives me a little, you know, just a little happy feeling, because it's just so cute. It's so cute. So that is all for me. Thank you so much for watching this quick little video. 3 years later, it's not busted, it's not trashed, it still looks really good. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will love to have you back. And until next week, have a great week, guys. Bye.